Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Thursday, and yes, that means the three amigos are back at it. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing awesome. Mike, all the energy. I love it. You're like...
I got coffee right next to me. And Dion, how are you?
Howdy, doing great. Don't have coffee, but you can't show vodka on screen. So I'm ready for round one.
There you go.
Water, as far as everyone knows.
There you go. Well, something I wasn't planning to do, but you guys brought it up, so I thought we would do it here. I had a comment from somebody I will just call Mr. Anderson on one of my YouTube videos. I think it was with Omar talking about, hey, it's hard to find a deal. Maybe don't shop in Orange County. Maybe go to the Inland Empire. Don't shop in Palo Alto. Go to Fresno, right? Yeah, there are some markets that cash flow sucks. So Mr. Anderson, trying to get my little Matrix voice going, basically said, hey, I challenge you. I double dog dare you. Show me one of your students that got 10% money because it's impossible. Can't be done. So originally I took the comment. I posted it in our private Facebook group, endless replies. So shout out to all the students. I put it on Instagram. Some people followed there. But then it went on for like 12 hours and, you know, you can't... some people are just going to fight it no matter what. So part of me is like, I have to follow my own rule. Don't engage with spectators. Right. So part of me was like, just let it go. But then you guys are like, hey, Mike, I got some data. My deals have just got done. I'm over 10%. I want to talk about it. You guys are the three amigos. So 2 votes versus 1. I guess we're going to talk about deals over 10%. So let's go to Matt. I think you just inked the deal.
Yeah. Which of my last 7 would you like to talk about?
Well, why don't you talk about one that you own? Because I don't want this Jack Weasel to say you don't own it yet, so you don't know.
All right. So I spent time on my channel, on my live stream on Sunday, talking about the Lamborghini house.
Okay.
Okay. So just for S's and gigs, the numbers on the Lamborghini house are as gaudy as you would hope they be. So much so, I can buy a Lamborghini with the profit that I'm making there and still net 10% a month.
All right. Well, let's take out the Lamborghini payment because I want to know all of this. So let's do the math. So what did you pay for the house?
All right.
Or the property?
I've got my own. I've got the spreadsheet ready because I prepared it for my show. So I paid $327 for the property.
Is it a house, a duplex?
It is 2 duplexes on the same lot, Michael.
So 4 units.
It's 4 units.
Okay, so 327.
Yep.
How much did you put down?
I put down $126,000. I put down 20% plus a $20,000 wholesale fee.
Okay. All right. So you put in 100. Okay. So then you have a mortgage of basically 200 grand.
Yep. I have a mortgage of $1,969.46 a month.
So 1969.
1969.
Okay. Does that include taxes and insurance?
That includes taxes. That includes taxes and insurance.
Is it 30-year fixed? Just because
30-year fixed money, Michael.
You are a smart man. Okay. So your mortgage payment, PITI, as they say, 969. All right. So what
969? Yep.
What are the rents now and what will they be? Because again, you know your market. What are rents the day you bought it?
The rents the day I bought it are $3,200.
Okay. And then what will they be? Because you know your market, you know where rents will be.
The rents will be $5,994.
And then how soon do you think you can get it there?
Within 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. Okay. All right. How much to make ready? That's 4 units. Are you budgeting any make ready costs?
Yep. I'm budgeting for make ready costs. I had, let me just 1 second here. $10,000 for make ready.
So again, again, going back to Mr. Anderson, you do this yourself, you self-manage, it's in your backyard. So you have that benefit. You also can do some of the repairs yourself. Are you doing any of these repairs yourself or are you paying people?
Paying.
All right. So what are you getting done for $2,500K a door? Because that feels like paint and some general cleanup, but I don't know.
You nailed it.
Okay.
It's literally paint. So there are going to be, of those people, because this is not vacant.
Yeah.
3 out of the 4. Yeah. 3 out of the 4 units are occupied.
Okay.
And so one unit, the one that's vacant, is by far the worst,
Of
and
course.
that's going to take about $5,000.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Yep.
And then the other 3 units combined are going to take about $5,000, but that's just because that's literally like little things here and there. Like this door needs replacing.
Right.
There's some baseboard missing, a vanity needs swapping out. It's all kind of odds and ends stuff. But
And then to get rents from 3,200 to 5,994, are you envisioning those 3 tenants that are now leaving? Are they going to stay? What do you think?
2 out of 3 of them are on Section 8, and it's merely a letter to Section 8 to say, here's your current rate payment.
Okay. All right. So 2 of them are going to stay. The third one's cash. So you're probably expecting them to leave, I'm guessing.
Yep. And it's fine if they leave. They're in the biggest unit paying. They've been there for a ton of years, and the old landlord,
right?
Surprise, surprise, never raised the rent.
All right. So let's do some math just so we can try to make this right for Mr. Anderson.
Yep. Which math would you like? I can give it to you.
So 59.94. I just want to do it myself so I can feel comfortable. I get questions.
Sure.
So you're talking roughly speaking $72,000 in income.
Yep.
71,928 if you really want to be specific. So you're not doing self-management. You've already got taxes and insurance in the mortgage payment. So what do you want to assume? Like 30% expenses?
Yeah, nowhere near that high. So the expenses on top of this are, I was originally taking out $131 a month for expenses because I was spending the money to make it right.
Yeah.
There's no other cost. The tenant pays
Utilities?
everything else. They pay all utilities. They pay the only thing that I pay whatsoever. The only thing that I pay is actually their way that these duplexes are broken up. They also pay water, sewer.
Oh, they pay water. How about so they pay their own, they're going to do their own lawn or snow removal or whatever it's called?
Yep. So there's people there that do both. One guy works for a landscaping company, has a plow in his truck.
Okay. All right.
And because he works for that landscaping company, the swath of grass in the back there, I'll have Samuel do it.
Okay, it's that big, huh? All right, so let's just assume. So taxes and insurance are included. You self-manage, so there's no property management fee. You're doing all the make ready up front, so you don't have that going forward. Let's just assume 20% for reserves, bad debt, all of that. Let's just assume that.
Sounds good.
So that's 14.4.
Okay.
A year. All right, so 14.4, and then you minus, where's your mortgage payment? Let's call it $2,000, so minus 24,000. Which again is that. So let's just figure this out. So 72,000 minus 24,000 minus 14.4. So you're making, by my numbers, roughly $33,600 cash flow.
Yep. By my numbers, it was 30. Yeah, it was 30 something. But yeah, fine. Sure.
Okay.
Yep. We'll take yours more aggressive. Yep.
Okay, more aggressive. Okay, so now we got to do, how much did you put down? So you put down 126. That included the 20,000 wholesale fee, or is that on top of?
Okay, no, that included.
Closing costs, $5,000.
Well, so the 106 was everything all in.
Okay, all right.
Plus the 20 on top. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna add 10 for make ready, so plus 10. All right, so your out of pocket cash going out is 136. And you're gonna get back 33,600. So 33,600. Divided by, 136 equals 24.7%.
But you can't beat a 10.
Yeah, that's not 10%, guys. Can't be done. So let's talk about the deal. This is not about Mr. Anderson at all. What I'm always trying to do is encourage people to do the work. It's fun to beat on a spectator. I don't want to do that. How'd you find the deal? Why did you see it? Others didn't see it. So it's a wholesale deal, so it wasn't listed. So your network probably brought it to you, I'm guessing. Did you immediately get it, or did you uncover value that others didn't? I mean, I want people to realize, if you freaking do the work and you stop being somebody booing and drinking beer, you can do this too. So what was it about this that you're like, I'll take 24.7%?
Tenant's boyfriend again.
That's the second one, dude. You got to cut that guy. You got to buy them a nice dinner or a bottle of wine or some shit. This is crazy.
It's on its way.
I bet it is.
And then
you bring me 2 deals, you get a nice bottle of wine. You get whatever hard alcohol you want.
Michael, with this much meat on them, they can have some Louis bottles sent to them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So there was, so when we had the conversation, he said, hey, this is, we bought it for 307.
Yep.
And I said, all right, tell me what you need to make. And
So again, bought it, folks, just so you know, that means locked up the contract. They didn't
locked up
actually
the contract.
close.
Yep, you're exactly right. Locked up the contract for 307.
Mhm.
And then I said, okay, what are the rents?
Mhm.
He sent me the current rents.
Of course.
One of the units is vacant.
Mhm.
So I said, well, that's
Oh,
zero.
that's 3,200 as a unit vacant.
Yeah.
Oh, oh gosh. Okay, awesome.
And so I said, I go, what's vacant? That's zero.
Yeah, exactly. What do you,
okay.
just so I know, what would that unit rent in as is condition? Just so I know what.
Even if I only got the garbage number that they're already getting, it's still $1,000.
All right. So in reality, you're not going from 3,200 to 5,994. You're going from 4,200. Okay. That's a missing piece. So that's cool. All right. So it's that jump looked really large. It doesn't look very large right now.
Yep. Well, I mean,
like
almost still $3,000, pretty big, but right.
No, I get it.
Decent. Yeah. But, or two, yeah.
It's $2,000 now.
$2,000. Yeah. $2,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other thing that was really, kind of sexy about the deal was, again, 320. So what they said back to me was, yeah, we want to make 20 grand. I was like, okay.
Done.
He's like, okay, what? We're good. Done.
Yeah. Done deal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, wait, I was like, it's math, dude.
Yeah. It's math.
Done.
Yeah.
We're good.
So again, folks, do the math, look every day, buy box. Here's an example of not MLS. We will go to Dion next is MLS because it's all out there. If you don't want to believe it's possible, great. Go watch another channel. If you want to believe that doing the work has a payoff, we're here for you.
Yes.
This is not about Mr. Anderson. It does bother me when it doesn't bother me when people point at me and saying what I do is impossible because I don't care. But when you tell me the thousands of students out there who are doing it every day can't make it happen, that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
Right. That's what got me.
It might be enough to delay them. We get messages on all three of our channels that people delayed doing something because they watched too many crisis videos.
Yeah.
It said it was going to crash.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I didn't even use market rents.
Yeah.
I used our lowest of our lows, which was housing rents.
Yeah, you could have gotten more.
Even if I only take housing rents, even if that's all I get, I'm still buying a Lamborghini.
Cool. All right. Well, that was very cool. So Dion, you're up. Make this 2 deals over 10%. You were going to talk about a duplex, I think, or what was it?
So it's going to be a duplex that I closed on within the last, 7 months, 8 months. So it was in the current market.
Yep.
And then a friend closed in November. So we've got one from sooner, but her return's even better than mine. But I don't want to make this too quote heavy, but here are 3 really quick ones.
Okay.
You said it doesn't bother you if somebody calls you out and says what you do can't be done because you don't care, right?
Right.
Well, there's the 3 F's. If you're not feeding me, financing me, or effing me,
Yeah.
I don't care what your opinion is. Right?
I like that one.
I do care that sorry. I do care that when someone makes a comment like that, there might be some new viewer going, oh, wow, that person's in his comments. That must be real. I can't buy now. Let me wait. That's a bothering thing for me. Good time for a rant video on that.
Yeah.
The second thing is if you want something, you find a way.
And if you
don't want something, you find an excuse.
That's exactly, that was where I went initially, right? I'm like, hey, if you don't want to believe, I don't care. Right. Then don't believe, go somewhere else. But I don't, to your second point. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that, somebody sounds semi-smart in a comment and then they're going to read it and believe it's not possible. Folks, I put this out on Instagram, lots of replies. I put it in our private Facebook group. Why did I put it there? Because again, I have players, not spectators. And the amount of responses, and you guys saw it in the group, in like 8 hours was like off the charts. So again, originally I was going to go back to Mr. Anderson and just show him the 23 deals that came out. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
No, I think you did the right thing. The third quote is you didn't call him out and go back and argue.
No.
Because the quote is, don't argue with fools at a distance. People can't tell you apart. What you did is you just said, here's what he says. Can everybody who has done the deal chime in and just say, here's the proof that didn't come from me. So you're not arguing with him. You're just giving other people like me and Matt today a chance to say, here's what we're doing. Yeah. And again, it's funny. I actually typed up my last deal, which is way over 10%. But again, he said your student. So I'm like, I don't want to reply because this isn't about me. It's about others. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about your duplex. And then do you have the numbers handy? So I want to write them down so I can do math. I have the numbers. I might not have to the $5. It's within.
It's close enough. Yeah. It's fine. All right. So let's talk about your purchase.
Right. And so as I get into my purchase, Matt has built a system that has word of mouth, and he's got the wholesaler and everything. So if people are willing to build the time, you can easily duplicate what he's done. You got to put in the work to learn how to do it.
The 10 deals that I got done, 9 of them came from my network. Folks, in the course, we talk about growing your network, setting goals of meeting 2 new people a week. You meet 2 new people a week, that's 104 people a year. You do that for 10 years, it's 1,000 freaking people.
So when you get to that point, you can keep doing it. It gets so easy, you don't want to stop. It's too easy to stop. But for that brand new investor who's thinking, I don't have a network, I don't have an agent, I don't have a lender, the deals that I'm going to talk about are from the MLS.
Yep. That's why.
Traditional lending. So I saw this on the MLS. I showed it to a friend and I said, hey, this was another person who's thinking about investing.
Yep.
Another investor told him, don't buy it. It won't return.
Okay.
Because you want to use current rents. And the current rents were around 1,100. I think it was like 1110, 1115 or something like that each side.
So it's a duplex, right?
Duplex off the MLS.
So current rents are
400.
So 400K.
I offered 400. They accepted.
Okay.
There was a cash offer. This is info from the seller. You never know what to believe. Cash offer was like 410.
Okay.
But I did a big earnest. I offered 25,000 earnest money, and the sellers thought that if I back out of the deal, they're going to get free money. But I still had an appraisal clause. I still had my inspection timeline.
Right.
Throughout the inspection, found really small things. I think there was not even $200 worth of repairs that had to do. Like there was an adjustment to a garage door. So I negotiated $2,500 off the price. So I bought it for $3,975. Okay. $397,500.
All right. Okay. Got it.
Purchase price. Interest rates like 3%.
Okay.
So the mortgage is around 1460, 1465.
Awesome. All right. So let's say 1470. Okay. Got it.
Current rents were 1,100-ish each side. So it's pulling in
2,200. Yep.
Area average rents are 16.
Okay.
So
and know that how? Just
because I do the work. I know my market. I know that these are 2 2s on each side, 2 bedroom, 2 bath on each side. And I know the area average rents for 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom.
Yep.
That's what I shoot for.
Okay.
And since I knew that in my head, I knew that with the binder strategy, I would at least get a 1,400. Okay. I thought if I got 1,350, that would get me to my 10% return.
Okay.
So for a couple of months, because I don't use the binder strategy right away, I knew I'd be getting 1,100 or so for rent for each side. I go in and I replace the locks with coated locks. I replace the outside lights with motion sensor LED. I ask the tenants if there's anything they want fixed. The fan was on all the time because the remote died. So vaulted ceiling, so the remote died. So I was like, I put in a new fan. So I think I spent, like I said, $200 maybe on fixing this up. That's my make ready cost.
What did you put down? Just so I have that noted. 10, 20%. Okay, so you put
20.
down, call it 80.
It was an investment duplex, not owner occupied, not house hacked.
Okay, good. All right, I'm with you. Okay.
Total closing costs and make ready and everything. I think if I include what was at title, I wrote a check for 106 was everything together, but that was something else. There was some other fee in there too, that it's not normal. I forget what it was.
Okay. So you're out of pocket to start the deal. You're $106,000.
Yeah. There was something in there. I don't know what it was, but there was something that made it go to 106.
Okay.
So that was out of pocket. And so I think that was me a month later running all of my expenses.
Right. So you're all in 106 grand. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I used the binder strategy a couple months later. Both sides go to 1,460.
Okay, so you don't quite get 1,600. You get about $3,000.
Right, but I don't do a tenant flip. I don't do a rehab. I don't do any flooring, any paint, any advertising, screening, placing. I just go have a 10-minute conversation, and the tenants go, "Can we please pay $310 more than what we're paying now?"
Yeah, please let me pay $310 more. Okay,
right.
I like it.
And no utilities. All utilities are in tenants' names except water, but the water bill is about $90 a month. Okay. Each tenant pays $55 a month for water to me. This way, I know that in the summer, if they ever water the lawn, there's that I've been padding it all year. So if I have a $150 bill, it's a break even.
All right,
so
and
no
then
utilities are money.
And the 1,470, is that just PI or does that include taxes and insurance?
That's everything. Principal, interest, taxes, insurance.
Okay.
I call around for insurance. I got quotes from $430 to $5,200 for the same coverage.
So again, no tenant turnover. You've done the little repairs that you've needed. You self-manage again, so no property management fee.
I run the numbers like I'm setting aside 10% for repairs and maintenance and 5% for vacancy. So 15% of gross rents gets set aside.
All right. So that would be $450 a month. So now let's say it's 500 because I just want to do easy math.
Okay.
So you got 2,500 left. Your mortgage payment, again, will round up to $1,500. You're netting $1,000.
Yeah. I think when I ran the math, when I got into the hard numbers, it was like 1,060 or something.
Yeah,
we're rounding up to make it seem
even
less.
worse. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So here's the deal. I already know this is more than 10% because I can do that kind of math in my head. $1,000 times 12 is 12 grand. I know this is really hard. Then if we divide by all out of pocket, which you said earlier is 106. 106 equals 11.3%. Again, over 10%. A couple of things about this one is different. First, this was on the MLS. The other thing that we should highlight in all fairness is both of you self-manage. You don't have a property manager. You're not paying 6 to 10% range, which is obviously helpful. That's expense that you don't have. Actually, you know what? Let's add that in. I'm just curious what would happen. So let's say.
So I have property management companies offering to take over my units at 6%. So that would be the charge.
Okay. So it'd be $180 because you got $3 grand, right? So instead of 1,000, you'd be netting 820 times 12 equals. So it's going to be just under 10%. Okay. So 99, whatever, 9840 divided by 106.
And then to argue with the person who would complain about that.
Yeah.
Most property managers don't use the binder strategy. They would work on getting the tenants out, getting that unit up to area average rents, and you'd be getting 1,600 or more each side because it would be currently updated.
But then instead of 106, you would have 116 or something.
Correct. Right.
Yeah. So again, it's 10%, right? It's just under assuming, but again, you don't pay it. So these are options. Again, I talk to Hemlane usually every Thursday, and I think she said like 81% of mom and pop landlords self-manage. So I'm in the minority. You guys are the majority, right? So,
the thing with property management for me is, let's just take this unit, for example. I buy it. I meet the tenants on a walkthrough. I ask them one question on the walkthrough. My handyman goes and takes care of everything, so I don't actually go there. The $200 I spent was their work, not mine. And so when I say I replaced the locks, that's not me out there with a screw.
Yeah, I knew that. You're not climbing up a ladder to
the address, right? Exactly. And then I met with each of them for 10 minutes to do the binder strategy and have had no other issues. So I've had this place coming up on, in May, it'd be a year. And it's cost me 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
To make that $180 a month that I would be paying a property manager.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So again, folks, this is all possible. And again, we got one from growing your network. Never stop doing that. It's why it's in my course. Everybody should take a goal of meeting 2 new people a week. And it's really easy to do once you get past the first 10. Just ask people for referrals. People in real estate will keep talking and keep giving you new names. The other thing is, out of the MLS, folks, rents have been skyrocketing. This is not a secret. Go do the freaking work. You take it over at 1,300. It can be 16. It could be 1,550. It's going to change the numbers. Do the work. Do the math. It is very possible to do 10% deals. In the private Facebook group, if you are a student, you've seen it already. I think I counted 17 posts or something this morning. Craziness. And again, there's more coming, I'm sure. It's not easy. You can't sit in the stands and boo and drink beer and hope it falls in your lap. This is not 2010. This is 2022. If you want it, go get it. If you don't, I don't care. Move on. So guys, any other thoughts on this Mr. Anderson guy? Matt, I'll go first, I guess.
Not really. I don't talk to spectators.
Spectator.
Michael Jordan doesn't talk to people in the crowd.
Yeah, that's right. Just and Dion, how about you?
Ball guy, Dion. He's a ball guy.
Mr. Anderson has a choice to make. Dig his heels in and say, I don't believe any of this, and miss out. Or open your mind and think, it might be possible. Somebody is investing in my markets successfully. And I'll give a caveat. They're right.
Yeah.
I have never seen, not once, a single family house in my market in 10 years that would cash flow, let alone hit a 10% deal.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you want a specific asset class and using a specific strategy, right. Adjust your strategy.
Yeah.
What is working there? Is it a house with an ADU? Is it renting by the room? Is it college students? Is it traveling nurses? Is it something that makes the property actually get you that return, but might increase your workload?
Maybe
there is something that's working there.
Yeah, totally agree. This has been a lot of fun, guys. Dion, since we're on you, how can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom. Today that we're releasing this video, it's actually the 1-year anniversary of my first video that came out a year ago.
Yay.
So happy to be here.
There you go. And Matt, how about you?
Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube, and we have Mr. and Mrs. Lumberjack live stream tonight for couples. So we'll be answering couples questions, the dragging feeders, the more aggressive of the two that needs to calm down a little bit.
Am I allowed to be there as a single person?
Of course, absolutely. Dion, you help married couples all the time, so let's do it.
There you go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.